An update in the lawsuit of the Pac-12 versus the Mountain West. Realignment and lawsuits are always in the news, so we're back on the Big Mountain to keep you updated. Hey, JY back with the Big Mountain. We had some filings in the Pac-12 Mountain West lawsuit case, this being the case in a federal courtroom in California. These filings were posted and dated Monday, November 10th. One of them was a time extension. This is happening quite a bit in this case. It's not rare that extensions do occur. The plaintiff here has a response to the defendant's counterclaims. So the last update we did was regarding those counterclaims that the defendant, or the Mountain West in this case, put out against the Pac-12. The deadline for the Pac-12 to respond was originally November 13th. That's Wednesday. That was extended now to December 5th. So they have a few more weeks after the Thanksgiving holiday in order to put forth their response. After that, the defendant, or the Mountain West, can reply in an opposition to that. That will be due on January 16th. And then again, the plaintiff has an option to reply. That will be due the end of January on January 30th. Also, these extensions, it states, will not affect any sort of discovery. But we're going to get into that here with the second filing that was put forth. This was a joint management conference, or joint case management, that was done by the courts. And a couple items here, mostly it is dates, but there was one item here that talked about that other lawsuit in Colorado, that of course being the exit fee lawsuit between Colorado State, Boise State, and Utah State, where they have an action against the Mountain West for these exit fees. It said in this filing that the Mountain West did file a motion to dismiss in that case as well. So we knew about the motion to dismiss here in the federal case. We have not heard if there was a motion to dismiss. At least I had not seen that until this filing. And it says that is still pending in the state of Colorado, at least as of this court filing on November 10th. I don't have a date for when that hearing and when that decision is supposed to happen. But we did get a little nugget here from that other lawsuit that there has been a motion to dismiss that case put forth in front of the court. So in terms of dates here, we're seeing a difference of how fast the PAC and the Mountain West wants this lawsuit to go. And I'm going to give you kind of some of the highlight dates. There's a whole bunch on this filing. I'm going to hit a couple of the more important ones, and then also maybe what that might mean. And it runs a bit counter to a lot of the opinions of certain reporters and people out there that we have been trying to debunk on this channel from the beginning of this lawsuit. So let's start with this, the close of fact discovery. So closing discovery for facts here. The PAC is saying they want that to be July 2nd of 2026. The Mountain West is saying February 18th of 2027. So significantly longer for the Mountain West than the PAC. And you're going to hear that kind of go through the rest of these dates in terms of the Mountain West being much further out than what the PAC is looking for. In terms of close of expert discovery, the PAC says October 1st, 26. The Mountain West says June 3rd of 27. In terms of the deadline for the motion of summary judgment, the PAC is looking for November of 2026. The Mountain West is looking for July of 2027. The hearing then on the motion of summary judgment, the PAC says January of 27. The Mountain West says October of 27. And then an actual trial date, if we were to ever get there, the PAC is looking for a May 27 trial to begin. The Mountain West says February of 28 for a trial to begin. So pretty significant difference here in terms of the dates that these two sides are looking for. I think it's interesting that the Mountain West has a much more elongated timeline and schedule, which runs completely counter to this arbitrary and unfactual hard deadline of July 1st of 2026. Again, we have been debunking that on this channel as a hard deadline to make payments to their existing members as part of their grant of rights and that agreement MOU that they had. Gloria Nevarez has thrown cold water on that. Most recently at the Basketball Media Days, I heard her speak with Jeff Grammer with the Albuquerque Journal. She set the record straight. So if you're reading the actual documents, you'll know what they say. And they do not say there's any sort of hard date around July 1st, 2026. If you don't want to believe that, take a look at this filing where the Mountain West wants more time to elongate the process than what the PAC does. You can read into that what you want and why these two parties may want that, but this certainly doesn't fall into the Mountain West needs to rush and they're running out of time. They're not running out of time at all. The members know what's going on, and I'm going to say it again. These payments are contingent upon receiving the money. The members understand that money may not come until 2026, 2027, or heck, they're even talking about a February 28 trial date if we ever get there. Big if we ever get there. The members are aware of this. I'm tired of hearing it. People saying the same daggone thing over again. It's been debunked many a times. I will continue to do so because it's not good reporting. With that, hey, this is good reporting. This came straight from the filings in the District Court of California. Appreciate you guys watching this. This is hot off the press and we're getting it to you right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe if you like our content, and we'll see you next time on the Big Mountain.